Just under 4 weeks to go to the general election and politicians are turning up the heat. The campaign is on. But just how will the result affect farmers and agribusiness? What do the political parties see as the most important issues as far as the primary sector is concerned? Well, Country 99 TV has put 5 questions to the main parties and an opportunity for their spokespeople to call it as they see it and to affect your business should they come to power. The question today is about NAIT. This is the National Animal Identification and Tracing Scheme, which comes into effect next year. So, how important is it?
We've always supported it, and we were really saddened when Federated Farmers in particular led the charge against it when we had $10 million on the table in government and a proposal around a NAIT scheme. They rejected that, and so we've kind of struggled on to try and get to the point where we are now. The piece of legislation has gone before the Select Committee. We've made the improvements. Unfortunately, the government's not going to pass this prior to the election, and so again it's being delayed when the world is crying out for traceability. We need to have it in place, and we need to have a good system.
The previous Labor government had initiated the work on a national animal identification and tracing system. We have continued that work in conjunction with industry, and by and large it's largely supported. We need national identification and tracing for 2 things. In the event of a biosecurity incursion, we actually need to know where animals are, and we need that information quickly and accurately. Secondly, the rest of the world has already started to demand complete tracing in food production. And countries like Uruguay, underdeveloped agricultural countries, have already a complete tracing system available for their marketing. We need to deliver the same to maintain our presence in major supermarket chains around the world.
We like the idea of NAIT. I mean, we think there's a couple of valuable aspects to that the sector can exploit if we choose to do that. It gives consumers more information about where their food or where their products are coming from. There's also some potential for better monitoring and control of stock movements, which I think is important. I live on the West Coast, and actually better control of stock movements is going to be a useful thing for us. However, having said that, we do have some concerns about the enforcement powers that are in the law, and I think that Federated Farmers is making some really important points around the actual technology. It's important that we don't get trapped into a technology that's already obsolete.
We already have a national tracing scheme. It's paper-based, it works. The new scheme has a whole lot of fishhooks in it. It is a good option for people supplying the telemetry, supplying gizmos into the system, but once you take away those salesmen, there's not much there. We already trade safe and trusted food to the world. We can track it very, very well. We also have reasonably tight biosecurity systems in this country. What it's going to enhance beats me. I know this is driven out of Paris by the OIO, the World Animal Health Organization, but they have subsidy fraud in the UK and in the European Union where this has had its genesis. We don't have that in New Zealand because we don't have subsidies.
And question number 3 on Wednesday is about where the parties stand on ETS, the emissions trading scheme designed to incentivise the reduction of carbon emissions. But now it seems agriculture is left out. Do the parties believe farmers are doing their fair share?